Twist me up one of them, huh, fella?
Yeah. Twist this, all right?
Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we're hopping into Grim Fandango. That loading screen went by super fast. This is the remastered edition, which is the only edition I could get my hands on. Grim Fandango is an adventure game from the geniuses at LucasArts. It was the first 3D LucasArts adventure game, and you take on the role of a guy who's in the world of the dead, the land of the dead, who is a travel agent who helps people move on to the permanent afterlife, I guess. So there's Death himself. This game actually, to be totally honest, I never played this game back in the day, because back in the day when it came out, the graphics honestly didn't look super impressive to me. They were blocky, they were early 3D graphics. They were bad, you know. I mean, early 3D graphics, they have a very polygonal look, and I personally don't find that as charming as old sprite-based graphics. I mean, early 3D graphics, you know, they took, you know, they basically sort of gotten to a point where, like, Super Nintendo games looked really cool. Like, the sprites were really well done. And then to go to early polygonal games, it was almost like a step backwards. It was nice it was in 3D, but things didn't look as good. This guy is selling this guy dead afterlife packages. So anyway, I just even other early games, like I'm not trying to crap just on Grim Fandango here, but like Quake 1 and stuff, like it didn't look that impressive to me because it was so chunky. And Quake 1 actually was even quite a bit better in terms of 3D graphics than this. So I missed this game, but you know, I think I cheated myself out of a fun game because the whole travel agent for the dead is it feels very Beetlejuicy to me, and I think I would have liked this game. And can I just say, by the way, for the record, like, I'm not the only one who missed out on this game. You know, I think the early 3D graphics might have, not scared people off, but like not lured people in. Because even though this is considered one of the best games of all time, it was actually a huge financial flop and contributed to LucasArts basically deciding to stop producing adventure games. I mean, the adventure games had been on the decline anyway around the time when this game came out, but yeah. This guy tried to sell him an afterlife package. It didn't quite work out, and now he's wandering away. So, there you go. All right, let's go ahead and hop in here and actually give this game a shot. So we're gonna try something a little different here today. Usually for adventure games, I have some kind of walkthrough that I turn to for hints and tips to kind of keep things flowing. I'm going to start today off without looking up anything about this game and just try and give it a play. Because the thing about LucasArts adventure games is that they tend to not have any scenario where you can die, and they also tend to have no scenarios that are no-win. So it's not like if I forget to pick up my pen on my desk and I'm not going to be able to beat, you know, like a car chase later on, you know, like in Sierra games and Sierra Adventure Games. They were another big company producing adventure games back in the day. If you didn't pick up something early, you could get trapped later on. So let's just go ahead and try and experiment and see what we can do with this game. So we're going to go ahead and try and pick up whatever this was, this message. Message in a bottle. What does this say?
It's some sort of special work order.
To all agents from Office Manager Don Copel.
All right, you boneheads, thank your lucky stars and get to your friggin' cars. We have a mass poisoning on our hands. Too many dead to assign specific cases, so all clients are first come, first serve. So let's see some hustle out there.
All right. So we had a bunch of people who were poisoned to death, and now we have to basically go and snag them up as clients. What is this, nunchucks?
My scythe. I like to keep it next to where my heart used to be.
His scythe. Oh, this guy is like a Grim Reaper, I guess. So in the intro, it was showing us a Grim Reaper. Let's go ahead and cancel here. One interesting thing about this remastered edition, by the way, is that... Let me go in here. So the remastered edition added point-and-click controls, but I guess the original control scheme were called tank controls. So let's actually just sort of see what that's like here. Yeah, so you kind of like walk around. It's like very Resident Evil-y. So I'm walking around on the keyboard. I kind of like this, to be totally honest. Can I still click? You can still click if you want. I'm going to leave the tank controls on. Because I feel like that is like old school gaming to me. Old school gaming at its best.
It looks like a long day of solitaire for me.
Alright, I'm taking the cards. Anything else in this room? Let's check our filing cabinet. What's this? What does that mean?
A deck of cards just wouldn't help there.
Oh, a deck of cards wouldn't help. There we go. I put my cards away. I think. What am I doing here?
I couldn't play this card there.
Okay, I'm walking around holding a deck of cards. My guy seems to think that's quite important. What is
I couldn't play this card there.
Okay, I don't know. We're walking around holding a playing card. Are we leaving, dude? Yes, we are. The game does not automatically save. Oh, interesting. So in a lot of remasters, they would actually go in and add a quick save feature, you know, like checkpoints and stuff, because I think a lot of gamers, including myself, have become accustomed to that. Even though I grew up in an era where there were no automatic saves and you had to save your own games like a big boy. But I like how they're warning you about that. Kind of interesting. All right, what do we got going on down here? Let's explore. So this game was developed by Tim Schafer, who is a legend in developing adventure games. He made Day of the Tentacle, also geez, what a long walk that was. Wait, there was another room over here. Not to like double back here. But yeah, Tim Schafer made Day of the Tentacle, Full Throttle. Definitely this game, like, already has a bit of a LucasArts adventure feel to it. Okay, I don't know. He's talking about how the door is locked. So we're just going to continue on here. This game is very stylistic. I like how it's sort of got a 1930s aesthetic mixed with sort of like Day of the Dead skeletons, and again, sort of like a bit of a Beetlejuicy vibe. Again, like, you know, my little rant at the beginning, how I said the graphics looked bad to me back in the day. Like, back in the day, I wanted games that looked sleek and cool, you know, and again, going from, you know, sprite-based graphics into early 3D just looked rough. So it's like, it was a tough sell for me. I think the first 3D game I really got into might have been Resident Evil, or it might have been like Quake 2 or something like that. I mean, I did play Quake 1 back in the day, but it was sort of like you forgave the graphics because the gameplay was so good. Even though, again, Quake 1's graphics were quite good for the time, it's just, you know, I was always more into Duke Nukem 3D. Just looked more stylized and cool, even though going back, obviously, Quake looks, I think, a little bit better. Anyway, we're going off. I'm going off on a rant about 3D graphics here. Let's actually go back to the game. Any messages?
Any messages for me?
Besides the one about the poisoning?
Yeah.
I only have one other message for you, Manny. I'm not your secretary. I don't take your messages. So get it through your thick skull and stop forwarding your phone to me.
All right. But that sounded more like 4 messages to me.
She's into me, guys. We're going to bone later. I was saving that joke. I was trying to save it for a more opportune time in the video. Actually, I just made it up on the spot. I'm that clever. Now, obviously, this game uses pre-rendered backgrounds mixed with animated characters. So the graphics are a little more sort of advanced than I think I might have sort of given it credit for before. But you know what's kind of interesting is, like, you don't see a lot of games. Wait, is there anything I'm supposed to do here? No. You don't see a lot of games that use, hey, if you double click, your guy runs. Hey, let's use the tank controls for a bit. Oh man, these things are so rough. Pointing and clicking is just so much easier. I thought I was going to use the tank controls and not revert to the remastered controls, but honestly, the opposite is happening here. I'm just going with the point and click more than anything. But yeah, the pre-rendered graphics stuff, the pre-rendered backgrounds, I feel like you don't see that as much anymore these days. I mean, you know, most of the time you see actual 3D backgrounds, which is fine, but there's something kind of interesting about pre-rendered backgrounds. They can sort of be slightly artistically different from the foreground, and you could do this dynamically. You could, you know, go ahead and... Let's go ahead and drive our car to the poison victims.
I left my tow truck back in my other suit.
Oh. Okay, wait. Do I not have a car? I thought that was my car. Let's just walk on the interstate. This will be good, right? Surely I can't die
I'm
here.
not walking on the freeway. I shouldn't even be standing here.
Yeah, you shouldn't be standing there, buddy. But the pre-rendered backgrounds are kind of interesting. Like it just adds a bit of style to the game, which I think is kind of cool. And one thing I was thinking of is like a lot of adventure games don't even necessarily have fixed camera angles anymore. Like I feel like the whole fixed camera angle thing is a style that you just don't see as often anymore. And it is quite artistic, you know. It's like a director of a movie deciding where to put the camera. If people had free reign of the camera, I feel like some movies would actually decline in quality because just being able to move the camera freely doesn't enhance your experience necessarily. Where are we going? I would like to know that. My guy's just
I can't open it.
wandering around aimlessly. Look, we're going to climb on top of this building for fun. There we go. I don't know why we're doing this. I don't even know where the poison victims are. We're just we're now like dangling from a rooftop. Okay, I don't want to die again. Can dead people die? Oh, look, I just broke into somebody's office. Hey, this is the one from the opening video. This is like the manager, the supervisor of the dead people.
I would love to search Don's office right now, but I'm late for the poisoning.
Ugh, the poisoning. Okay, so we can come back here, I presume. He said he would love to do it, but he wants to come back. Now, if this was a Sierra adventure game, I probably would have died like 5 times by now. Probably climbing the rope would have killed me.
Not picking that up.
Okay, how do we go down? Dude. How do we go down? Let's just keep walking over here. Can we open this window? So he climbed up here, but he can't climb down. We've trapped ourselves. Okay, there's nowhere to go but in here. And once we're in here, like, where the hell do we go? Have I trapped myself? I was just about to sing the praises of this game and say, like, the cool thing about LucasArts games is you can't get trapped. Whereas in Sierra games, you totally can. But I feel like we just got trapped. How can we get down? How about, okay, there was a ladder over there. Maybe we just try and climb the ladder? Like, jump for it, dude. You're already dead. It doesn't matter. Trust me. Oh, okay. Wait, he's pulling up the rope. That's new. And he's throwing it. Okay, wait. We figured something out here. So I guess maybe we're not trapped. Okay, now can we walk around with it? What are we supposed to do here? Okay, I'm going to use my scythe. And I'm going to try and connect it to the rope somehow.
I don't want to mess up my blade.
Oh, look! I found a way to climb back down. All right. I'm not sure what we were supposed to do at that loose end, but I figured out a way to get the hell out of there. Success! Yes. So in Sierra games, Sierra adventure games are notorious for basically killing you frequently, putting you in no-win scenarios. Look at this guy, this weird clown guy dancing. But LucasArts games are almost like the polar opposite. It's like you can't get trapped, you can't really kill yourself. So they're much more open to you actually experiencing the whole story. Whereas I feel like with Sierra games, you very rarely, at least for me, unless you had a walkthrough, you very rarely would see most of the game that you owned. It was just usually a big old mystery.
Hey, back off, suit. I'm practicing.
Oh, what is he practicing?
Can I walk through your tent? I want to see the parade.
Well, walk through someone else's tent, all right? Do I look like a turnstile to you?
Just push him down and go!
Can you teach me how to do that?
Well, since you're a beginner, why don't you practice the first step?
Which is?
Blow!
Jeez, this clown has got some issues. How about this?
Bang! One lousy bony fingers.
I wonder if this guy can actually help us.
Yeah, pretty busy.
Or if it's just sort of like amusing dialogue here.
You don't have any tendons.
Yeah, well, you don't have a tongue, but that doesn't seem to shut you up now, does it?
I like this clown. He's super sassy.
Ring in your neck, what does it look like?
Twist me up one of them, huh, fella?
Yeah. Twist this, all right?
Oh, man.
Bet you can't do a cat.
Shows what you know, buddy. I can do anything. I can do birds, amphibians, famous poets. Go ahead. Name one.
A famous poet.
Robert Frost.
Trying to stump me, eh? Ta-da!
Huh. Okay.
My finest work.
So we have a balloon of Robert Frost. Maybe we could tie the balloon to the rope, and that would somehow do a thing? I don't know. I don't quite know. Let's see what we got going on over here. My guy just walked off camera. I was like, touch the barrel, and he just left. Wait, where's he going? I'm clicking that way. What the? That was bizarre. Did you guys see that? I guess the game is a little buggy because it wasn't meant to have point and click controls. But okay, is there anything else we can do here? I like how that guy does like a little dance to get his balloons. What is this? He just walks off the camera.
Those crates are completely blocking the sidewalk.
Okay, the crates are blocking the sidewalk. Alright, so we're in a little bit of a pickle. We have a balloon. Let's go see if our balloon does anything. I mean, I may look up a walkthrough in a moment here, but yeah. Adventure games, as a kid, I always really liked. As a kid, I always wanted to play open world computer games, like games that put you in a world and let you do whatever you wanted. And I feel like adventure games were the first open world games, even though they're not open, but the first time playing through an adventure game, it kind of feels like you don't know what the limits or the boundaries of the world are. You just continue to explore and discover new cool things. And it feels very much like a living, breathing world. Of course, if you replay an adventure game, then you usually realize very quickly, okay, that does absolutely nothing. You usually realize very quickly just how linear the game actually was. So it wasn't really open, but at least it gives you the illusion of an open world briefly for one playthrough. And I think that's sort of what drew me in with adventure games. It was like reading a very interesting book. Of course, I always wanted the book to be a choose your own adventure, but adventure games never really were. I mean, some of them had alternate endings and stuff. But then you fast forward and like eventually we did get open world games like with Grand Theft Auto and stuff. But I mean, those games are good. Those games are good, and I like those games. But I still think that's not the open world I'm thinking of. What I really would like is an open world adventure game that had, like an open world adventure game, one that had like social interactions and characters to talk to, and it wasn't just about shooting people and driving cars, because that kind of stuff is easy to simulate, I would say. Like it's easy to develop a procedurally generated world where you just run around shooting people and stealing cars and stuff, because it's very simple mechanics. But imagine an interactive world where you're exploring like the Midwest, and every town you go to, it's like there's just different people inhabiting the city with like different personal woes and stuff, and you could commit crimes and the police would try and catch you, or you could fall in love if, and you could like start a family or like whatever, Basically, I think what I wanted as a kid is like holodeck novels. Like in Star Trek, when they go on the holodeck, they can just do whatever they want. And the computer, they're like, computer, simulate a Sherlock Holmes mystery. And it's like a living, breathing world. And they can just do whatever they want. Like, as interesting as this adventure game is, like, look how limiting it is. Like, on any given screen, there's like 0 to 1 items we can interact with. If this was a holodeck adventure, I could pick up this clock, throw it at the secretary, steal her photos, run into this room here. Oh, this is a room. Well, there we go. We just found another room. Oh, what is happening? Whoa, that's like the Batmobile. Holy crap, did you guys see that? All right, we found a different area of the building. Didn't know this was a thing. I guess we'll probably follow that guy in. That guy looked very suspicious. Land of the living.
Can't go through on foot. People have tried, but they never came back.
Whoa, land of the living? So wait, you can go back to the land of the living after you are dead? This world, the the sort of, mechanics of this world really are interesting, actually.
Ooh, I might get hurt if I try to get one down by myself.
Okay, this guy is just not interested in trying anything. Okay, we can go in here, though, right? Yeah. Okay, we can go in there. See what's going on. Okay, maybe we can get some tools. Run! Move your ass, buddy! Get over there!
Not picking that up.
Okay, whatever. What about... Can we do this? It's locked.
Hey, who's messing with my stuff?
Oh my god, there's a big giant guy.
Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't expect... Sales agents usually don't come over to this part of the garage.
Are you a driver?
Me? Ha! No. I don't ride them, just wrench them.
Okay.
I'm Calavera. Manny Calavera.
My name's Gladys. I don't get many visitors. Hey, I got a message for a Mr. Calavera. Your driver said that Mr. Hurley said that he could have the rest of the day off.
Domino sent my driver home?
Yeah, wasn't that nice?
That really screws with my plans.
Looks like I need a new driver.
Oh, I would agree with that. Yes, you do.
I find the dialogue in this game actually a little amusing.
You want to be my replacement driver?
Me? Oh, no. Sorry, can't. Rules.
Come on, Gladys. I need you to be my driver.
No, I can't. I'm too big.
You're not too big. You're just right.
No, they told me again and again. I'm too big to drive.
This guy's not gonna do this.
Screw the rules. Come with me.
No, I don't want to get in trouble again. They said one more strike and I'm out.
Man.
Well, do you know anyone who can drive?
Everybody's gone. It's the Day of the Dead, you know.
Yeah, I know.
That's our day. That's the day that we celebrate being dead. All right.
Okay, see you later, chicken.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and back in he goes. Can we go in here? No, it like summons him, I think. It sounds like my guy's voice actor is like George Lopez.
Nice hut.
Yeah, I wonder how nice it would seem to you if you were trapped in it all day like me.
All right, back in the shack, Mac.
Later, Oni. Pony.
All right, I don't know if there's anything that we can actually do with that guy. All right, I feel sufficiently stumped that just to make a little more progress, I mean, we're not going to beat this game, obviously, but just to make a little more progress, I have to look it up. We tried, we bummed around in it for like 20 minutes. I'm not smart enough, guys. Okay, apparently we actually were supposed to continue to talk to that guy, and he would give us a work order? So let's go back. I mean, I like this guy. He's kind of funny. Let's continue chatting with him.
Huh?
All right. Let's see.
If you hate your job, why don't you quit?
It's not just a job. It's what I was created to do. If I get any farther away from cars than this, I'll get sick and die. It's like I'm not happy unless I'm breathing in the thick, black, nauseating fumes.
What is this guy anyway? Like, we're all skeletons. We're all dead. What is he?
Can't imagine. Gladys. Gladys? Is that a German name?
Oh no, my roots lie not in any earthly nation's soil. I am an elemental spirit summoned up from the land of the dead itself.
Oh, well.
Given one purpose, one skill.
That answers that.
Desire. To drive! Or to change oil and adjust timing belts if no driving jobs are open.
It's kind of amusing. I don't know. Also, I feel like the music in the background is like really making it. It's like really adding like kind of a funky vibe to this.
Come on, Gladys. I need you to be my driver.
I told you, I'm too big.
All right, let's see.
Not too big? The cars are just too small.
Yeah, those dang compact cars. Hey, that gives me an idea. I could alter your car just a bit with just a quick torch job to let out the seams, you know? But I'm not allowed to modify the cars without a work order from upstairs. I could lose my job.
A work order, huh?
Yeah. I can't torch anything bigger than a cigarette without one of these signed by the boss himself.
Hey, that's my line. Getting people to sign. Back in a snap.
Yeah, too small. I'm not too big. Everything around here is just too small.
Man, I can't believe how close we were to figuring that out ourselves. Here's my guess. I haven't looked any further in the walkthrough. I will look it up just so that we don't waste our time here. But my guess is that we now have to go and climb up into Don's office and fake the signature. So let's see if I'm right. All right. So I was right. We do have to go to the boss's office. But before we do that, what is happening here? Go over this way. We have to basically see if we can get the work order signed by the secretary here. Select. See what she says.
Eva, I really need the boss to sign this work order.
I'll give it a shot. Mr. Copel, I've got Manny Calavera out here to see you.
Didn't I say no interruptions today?
Sorry, Cal. Maybe tomorrow.
That's too late.
Oh, yeah, like you're going anywhere.
All right. So here's what we do. We're going to go fake a response from our boss that indicates that the work order is legit. I like how we're literally permitting like fireable offenses in order to do our job. Like, maybe they should just have people working on a holiday, or don't expect us to go ahead and get poison victims on the Day of the Dead. So climbing up here was correct. We just didn't do it at the right time because we didn't have any business rummaging around our boss's office. Also, we've never stopped to ask, why is there a rope leading up to our boss's office? It's actually kind of suspicious. And where is he? Did he climb out the window and climb down a bunch of stories rather than just going out the front door? It's a little suspicious. It's sort of like in Indiana Jones. He's a professor by day, right? And then during his office hours, he's sworn by all these students, and he's like, take everyone's name and I'll see everyone in turn. And then he just walks out the window. Imagine a professor did that in university. During office hours, they just literally bailed out a window. That would actually be hilarious. Anyway.
Not picking that up.
We have to modify this.
It's like Don's rigged his computer to automatically answer his intercom.
All right. Not now, Eva. I'll have to wait. I'm in the middle of a very important meeting. Didn't I say no interruptions? Whatever it is, it will have to wait. No, we need other ones. Cripes, Eva. I like how he's got standard responses. Eva, please just sign it yourself, will ya?
I'll just change his auto response here.
Cripes, Eva, just sign it yourself, will you? I'm busy.
There we go. Now he's going to sign our work order. That's actually kind of amusing. I think maybe if I played this game more, I could have kind of figured it out. So this, I guess, is the pickup icon, and this is the use. I was just using this to interact with everything, and I didn't really know what this did. So I think, if I owned this game as a kid and I played around with it long enough, I'm sure I would have figured this out. But obviously we didn't. So I am less smart than a younger version of me. How does that feel, guys? To realize that. Anyway, let's go back and get our work order signed by Eva. And see what it feels like to commit perjury. What else do we do? Breaking and entering, fraud, all sorts of different crimes were committed to do our job here today. But I'm okay. I'm okay with it if you guys are okay with it. We need. Where's that work order? In here somewhere. I've got cards and a scythe and a balloon. I'm the weirdest Grim Reaper the world has ever seen. No, we want to go over here. We want to give her the thingy.
Really need the boss to sign this work order.
I'll give it a shot. Mr. Copel, Mr. Calavera has something out here that he says he needs your signature on.
Ah, cripes, Ava, just sign it yourself, will you? I'm busy.
And that's how you do it.
Excuse him, Manny. It's probably a really hard crossword puzzle he's got in there today.
Eva, I'm impressed. I had no idea you had this kind of power.
Well, we all have our secrets.
She totally wants me. Oh, smooth. Oh, okay, now this guy's modifying the car. There's the big old boss man. Oh no, that's me. I'm in my garb. So I guess when we go to the land of the living, we dress up to look like Grim Reapers, but we just hang out in suits otherwise.
I look good in this, don't I?
Yeah, well, they say black is slimming.
Wah, wah. I like this crazy fat guy. Pretty hilarious. Alright, it's like the tunnel to Toontown in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, only we're going to the land of the living.
I could have walked faster than this. Híjole, I'm gonna miss the poisoning.
This is very interesting. I would be interested to see a TV series. It's sort of like a mix between like Toontown, Beetlejuice, like the Day of the Dead. Oh, that guy got all the poison victims. Oh, the land of the living looks so bizarre. So bizarre. Do you guys ever remember the old TV show Dead Like Me? It was a show about Grim Reapers. Very interesting, cool show. This also kind of reminds me of it. Wow, I love the stylized, everything's like frozen and weird. It's like this is what the land of the living would look like to spirits of the dead. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this skeleton out of here. Okay, we need the scythe. All right, time to scythe this. That's what the scythes are for, cutting open body bags. Hey, buddy, you got poisoned by burgers and fries and Coke, apparently.
Nice bathrobe.
Nice bathrobe. All right, and we're back with the dude. We did it.
Upgrades if you'd care to.
Cut the yap. I want something cheap where I can get some rest. Now that's it.
Ay, ay, ay.
You know, Manny, I could make this car a little faster if you wanted.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, slam the front into the weeds, tub the rear end, dual blowers popping out of the hood.
You'll get plenty of
I love that guy.
happiness, and you'll be safely padded by the foam created when these two chemicals mix, like this.
On second thought, I want to upgrade my package.
Sorry, Bruno, but you didn't qualify for anything better. But here, have this complimentary mug.
No, wait. Can't you find me something where I can move my legs?
You know I'd like to, Bruno, but my boss is a real hard-ass.
I gotta be a hard ass when I got lazy sickle wavers like this jolly boy working for me. Manny.
What is the economy of the dead? What kind of money are they getting out of these dead people?
I'm talking premium sales, Calavera. Like the kind Domino makes.
How am I supposed to make premium sales with the scumbag clients you're sending me?
Hey! Now you're blaming the clients? I've had it with you, Manny. If you haven't bagged a premium before the next sales report comes in, you're out! Out on the street. No job. No way to work off your time. Just your fancy suit and your big smile and a whole lot of time to kill.
All right, so now we got to get premium sales.
Calling a scumbag. Why, I oughta...
All right, so this, I guess, sets up the whole motivation for the game. This little introductory puzzle is setting you up as needing important leads in this sort of, you know, like there's so many mixed things in here. I was gonna say like it's like a 1930s film noir detective story. It feels like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like Beetlejuice, like its own thing, like so many interesting genres. Anyway, we successfully solved a puzzle. I think, like, unless we were willing to commit to, like, really making some progress here, this is probably a good spot to end. Grim Fandango here is one of the games in the book, 1,001 Video Games You Must Play Before You Die. I fully admit I was prejudiced against this game when it came out. I looked at the design of the characters and the blockiness of the early 3D graphics, and it just didn't appeal to me at the time, and I kind of wrote it off, and I missed the boat. I think this actually would have been a fairly interesting game to check out. I do sort of like the vibe of it. It's kind of interesting. So if you are into adventure games, you're looking for a good one to check out, you might want to check out Grim Fandango here. Seems like a decent game to me. Hey, this room is now open. I'm using the tank controls. Hey, look, this guy's boxing. That's pretty cool. Is this our boss? I guess this is our boss. Wait, weren't we in the boss's room? I don't know. I don't know who I work for. I think I have multiple bosses. I'm like the guy in Office Space. Anyway, what do you guys think of Grim Fandango here? Is it a game that you yourself played back in the day? Do you have fond memories of it? Any experiences you want to share with us? And beyond that, what do you think of the little playthrough here today? Does it look like a cool game? Are you sort of intrigued? Do you also like the sort of Land of the Dead and Land of the Living sort of Beetlejuice-esque world they've created here? If so, let me know in the comments down below. I always like hearing from you guys. And whatever you think of the game, hopefully I made today a little bit entertaining. If I have, don't forget to like the video and all that stuff. Until next time, my friends, you all take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Peace. Is it creepy if I just stand behind this guy and like watch him box? Maybe this motivates him more to have an audience. He's like, hey, someone's watching me. Time to pull out the A game. This is creepier though. Staring him in the face while he does it.